What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino here, man, and I'm just disgusted with the system. But trying to tell you, man, Illinois court system is something you don't even want to be in. If they have an agenda against you, you might as well just give it up. And if you're a rapper, they already have that agenda against you. So even being around just doesn't make any sense. It's just terrible, man. I feel bad for the rapper game. But this is what happened when you put yourself in these situations that you shouldn't be in, but as a rapper, and this is just ridiculous. Of course, you remember the game lost a lawsuit once a girl whose name was Priscilla Rainey or whatever. She was on this show. They had one of those reality shows called She's Got Game back in 2015, and she was a contestant on the show, and they trying to compete to see who gonna get the rapper the game, one of those, right? The continuing the Flavor of Love remix. Now they went to court. Everybody did their thing, and as everybody did their thing, and this person went that way, this person zigged while the other one zagged. You know, allowances were passed out to some of those, and she was going out on a date with the game. She thought the studio set it up. She claimed the game was like, she knew the studio didn't set it up. It's just people, being silly, doing what it is that they do. And she knew they didn't set it up. In other words, that's what he's saying. Like, she knew this was a date. But yet she played the role, and once the show was over and all this stuff, she wants to sue the game, saying that he went under her dress. He was drunk and high on drugs, went under her dress, and proceeded to continuously touch her inappropriately on her vag and her backside. Now, she went to court in 2000, what was it, 2016, 17. The game did not show up to court. And because he didn't show up to court, they went ahead and awarded her judgment. And because they awarded her that judgment, everyone who was involved in the situation who saw the awarded judgment and said, wow, okay, I see how this looks. Everybody kind of played their role and gave her $7 million. $7 million. People couldn't believe it. And they were like, well, you didn't want to come to court. So they went to go file the motions to get this case back in the court because he thought this thing should be thrown out. Why should he have to appear in court for this thing to get thrown out? This is ridiculous. So he went to file all the new motions to appeal this situation because they were finna start. He didn't agree to any of the payments. So they tried to garnish his wages on, his payments because he wasn't making any payments. So then that changed. And once that changed again, they went ahead and said, whoa, wait a minute, we got to change this. So once again, changes were made, and they filed another petition, went back to the courts. And for all these years, people was like, man, they drug this thing all the way out. It's 2019 now. The game went on a tirade of and calling her a tranny and bashing her. Thirsty Gatorade mascot of a transvestite. Now, but the thing is, when you do that and you're in a lawsuit with somebody, all this works against you. Even though you're a rapper and this is cool points on social media, this hurts you in a court of law. So he goes into the appeal court on Thursday that just passed, and he lost his appeal for a new trial in the civil suit in which he was accused, and now he's on the books for still owing $7 million in damages. And even though he was denied the new trial, Priscilla Rainey, the former contestant on the show, well, on Thursday, the courts affirmed that the lower court's ruling, they did their job, and they slammed, both of them slammed the game for blowing off the trial and not showing up, and said his conduct has been deeply reprehensible. They reached out to the game for a comment on the decision, and his decision was no comment, which is the best comment. He should have just kept his mouth shut, appealed, and he probably would have been in a better situation. But they already have their mind set on who he is. So her law enforcement team was able to do a lot of damages by using the game's own statements against him. It was quite interesting, so but this is just ridiculous, man. When you see the court system taking advantage of people like this, you just got to shake your head, because it don't make any sense. When you can clearly see someone's out to get another man's money, it's like they want to give it to him. And you got to ask yourself, like, man, why? Like, why do you hate me this much that you want to give this woman my money that I worked so hard for? Because in the end of the day, they don't want to see you. Okay? They don't want to see you earn any of this money. None of it. They don't want to see it at all. So they see some rap guy who's out there saying whatever he wants. You're basically in their households, their grandkids. You're affecting their fashion, the way they talk, and they trying to fight them out of it and get away from it. And here you are giving up this negative image to the general public. Well, I'm just blown away by it, man. But it don't surprise me. This is Chicago, Illinois, y'all. For y'all do not understand, this place hold grudges, protect police, and just like a lot of police departments in the world, this organization is crooked. They do not care. They don't care about rappers in general. So if a girl, they don't care what her track record is. What did the rapper do? Guilty. So this is the last place that you would ever want to have to go for a trial like this. This is not a music town. So the lawyers are not accustomed to dealing with musical cases or musicians or artists. So the courtrooms are slanted. And you're going to fall all the way down that slant. So I'm like I said, it just blows my mind the way they do this stuff, man. And it just, let's just say I'm not happy with how this thing went down. Very discouraged. So on that note, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day. Oh yeah, and don't forget to hit the Cash App up too. Carcino's the name on the Cash App.